Hi Peace, Pastor James here. I want to give you a quick update on something that our staff and lay leaders put a tremendous amount of time into last year, and that is what we call our role clarity process. About a year ago, we spent some time reflecting on the organizational structure at Peace, and two things became very apparent to the leadership and myself. First, that when Pastor Mark and I transitioned roles 3 years ago, Mark moving into an adult formation role, myself moving into the lead role, we never really asked, okay, what are the implications of staffing in this new structure? How do we best utilize people's gifts and get them into the most effective positions that they could be in here at Peace? We also discerned that in the midst of growing, and Peace is now a very large congregation, we really had not ever updated our administrative structure. What's the right way to organize and lead a church our size? And so we started looking into both of those questions, and as a result, we came up with a new organizational structure. And as you'll see here, we have a top-tier management team called our executive team. And we have an executive director of worship that's headed by Jesse Hamble, who oversees all of our worship here at Peace. We have an executive director of communication, Tim Stein, who oversees not only how we communicate with our staff, but also how we communicate to our congregation and to our larger community. He owns all of those communication platforms. We have an executive director of adult formation, and that's Lynette Schultz. Remember, Mark was passionate about guiding and coaching people, and so now he owns that area of adult spiritual formation. We have an executive director of family ministry, that's David Forkey, who oversees all of our formation of children and youth. Last but not least, we have an executive director of operations, and that's headed up by Nicole Peterson, who oversees all of our administrative functions at Peace, as well as our facility and financial oversight. As you dive into the overall organizational chart, then, there are two things that I want to point out to you. First, about a year ago, Lynette Schultz shared with the congregation that she was passionate about pouring even more of her time and energy into Word and into Stephen ministry. And we've been blessed by her additional contribution in those areas. As she's been doing that, we've continued to evaluate the ongoing needs at Peace. And from that, we saw that not only was it beneficial to have Lynette lead once a month in the SLC, but that it would also be beneficial if she began once again overseeing SLC worship. She'll still report to Jesse, the overall executive director of worship, but she'll be more involved in championing the cause of the SLC, as well as supporting our ministry leaders in that area. She'll continue to do Word and Stephen ministry, but she'll be putting more effort and leadership oversight into the Spiritual Life Center once again. In addition to that, we've also made some transitions in youth ministry at Peace. As many of you remember, Courtney Limmer accepted a position in March at a church in Colorado. And from that, we've asked, how can we best reposition our staff to serve the needs of youth and family here at Peace? In this next season, Brian Wilkham will be moving into a full-time role in the area of youth and family ministry. Brian will have his hands in a number of things, from overseeing confirmation to leading high school ministry. He'll also spend some time working with young adults and college students at Peace. Along with Brian, Kristen Brantner is moving from a part-time role to a full-time role as one of our program assistants, supporting and helping us further the ministry of everyone in the family ministry area here at Peace. In addition to that, Allie Logan has come on as a youth ministry intern. We're excited to see the different areas that she impacts this next year as she serves at Peace. In the area of family ministry, this is a year of learning, particularly from middle school up, as we've changed some roles and positions slightly. And we're excited as these people figure out exactly how they can make the greatest impact for the kingdom and to share the gospel in the best way with those who are growing in their faith here at Peace. It's always great to be at Peace. God is doing so much great work here. If you have more questions or thoughts on this organizational structure, or if you just want to look at it, the organizational structure is available on our website. Feel free to reach out to myself or our staff if you have additional questions. We're glad you're here. We're excited for the work God is doing, and we look forward to advancing the kingdom together.